morning. Got my Peterbilt coffee mug. This gal from my CDL class, we took a little field trip to Peterbilt. Got inside at 389, all of us, and checked it out. It was pretty cool. And this gal had money. She was only getting her CDL because her husband was I think a yellow driver, whatever, yellow roadway, whatever it is, at that time. And she had money, so she bought us all gifts, and this was mine. So I don't even know if she's still driving now. I think out of everybody in my CDL school I kept up with, I'm the only one driving. Anyways, that's not important. So, how many of you clicked on this video because of the title? Let's talk about the Vikings. Viking culture, right? Look at my shirt. I'm on a Marth. I love the Viking culture. And while there are some things in the YouTube world, at least in my YouTube world, that have tainted the name Viking because of what people think that name represents, I look at the word Viking and I think about bands like Amon Amarth, and I think about the TV show, which I love the TV show. Historically accurate or not, I don't care. It's entertaining to me. I gotta catch up. I think I got the latest season on DVD I need to catch up with. There's an Instagram account I follow called Nordic Sisterhood, and it features a lot of lovely looking women that have gone back to their Nordic roots. And and a friend of mine and I have been talking about the Nordic, origin of our heritage and that kind of thing. And there are some really good Viking YouTube channels out there. One is Viking Preparedness. Another one is called that Johansson guy, Bjorn Johansson. I did a video about him earlier. And then there's some good bands too that are not metal. One of them is Wardruna, W-A-R-D-U. Sorry, I can't spell. W-A-R-D-R-U-N-A. And then this group that I can't pronounce. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's some non-metal Viking music, Nordic music. I love that culture. I really do. Because it's a culture of strength, right? I let my daughter watch the movie The Magic Pill. For those of you who don't know, it's a documentary talking about the low carb, high fat, ketogenic benefits, right? And so this morning she basically told me that she didn't want to go full keto, but she wanted to do a more paleo kind of approach to her diet. And mind you, she's not overweight at all or anything. But check this out. For those of you who don't know, the ketogenic thing kind of helps with your mental clarity. Trust me, I know. And that's why she wants it. And my wife, I was telling her this. My wife's like, yeah, she wants to be able to think clear so she can crush her enemies, And I was like, well, it's kind of like a Viking thing, man. You know, crush your enemies. And so I think she's going to start eating cleaner so she can have that mental clarity, so to have an edge over her enemies. Not that she has a whole lot, but you know, she would like the upper hand when it comes to a class full of other kids her age, and to be able to perform better than them, to achieve more than they, you know, and that's kind of what the Viking culture is. It's a culture of power. And I think that's what attracts me to that. You know, Amon Amarth, you know, listen to their music and their stories. And, you know, I saw Amon Amarth live, and they actually have two guys that come out on stage and fight with swords, you know. It's pretty cool. And as a metalhead, you know, there's a lot of Viking culture bands. You know, to the point that other cultures like Mongolian and Native American, you know, they're starting to do their twist on the Amon Amarth style music, you know, for their cultures, you know, which is cool. But you know, it's, I don't know, when I'm out in the woods, I think of that, you know, kind of culture, the Viking culture, and you know, what was it like for those people, you know? And they're a culture that we're so strong that you know, in this day and age, they're still talked about, they're still celebrated, and then there's almost been a resurgence, you know. Big Rich and I were talking about this. There's almost been a resurgence with looking into that culture and looking at the historical aspect, you know. And there's you know, there's a lot of that's being thrown into the common, you know, like for example, it's popular, you know, like the TV show Vikings, and you know, bands like Amon Amarth that celebrate that, and I think that's pretty cool. I follow a lot of Nordic and Viking and Odinism Facebook pages. Not that I'm an Odinist, but there's definitely some, I don't know, I think all of us are looking for a strength within, and if we can get in the mindset of a culture that represents strength, I think that helps with the everyday, mundane, boring stuff, right? So for my daughter to sit there and say, yeah, you know, and my wife, she's so awesome. She's like, yeah, because you want to crush your enemies. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. But we're good people too, you know. We're, you know, not saying Vikings are bad people, but I mean, a couple of them are. But you know, they have their good and bad elements, right? Like everybody else, anybody, including YouTubers. But I like the strength aspect of the Viking culture. You know, the tribal, what do they call it? The tribal loyalty. I don't know. It's at least a cool mythological story, maybe at the very least, right? So, anyways. That band, let's start with the H that I showed you on my phone. They have a 24-hour live feed of music, but they also have a thing on Spotify as well. And if you go to them or Wardruna, you know, I love listening to that stuff. You know, I'm a metalhead, but I like listening to a lot of that kind of stuff. Mailman just came. Pretty early. Like what? It's like 10 o'clock, something like that. Anyways, check out those groups. I find it very, I don't know, healing in a way. Empowering, I guess, would be a better word to listen to that kind of music. You know, and then when I'm in the middle, I mean, there ain't nothing better than listening to some Amon Amarth full blast going through the downtown Dallas in a truck, in a big truck. Especially when traffic's flowing pretty good. It's like, it's kind of a Mad Max-ish kind of moment, you know? Fasting Friday, I appreciate everybody that kind of contributed to that. And I made it 23 hours. I went, the last thing I ate was at 7:30, and my son, who was designated to cook dinner last night, you know, I was at home. I was showing him how to brown ground beef for tacos. You know, I didn't eat any tacos, but you know, I already had my food, and you know, ready for later. And as I'm sitting there showing him, I actually took some burger. I'm like, oh crap, I'm on a fast, and that's pretty cool when you like, oh wow, I haven't eaten all day today, you know. And I was not starving. I was like, oh god, I can't resist not taking some of this hamburger, but it was more like an accident, and that was at like 6:30. So I made it 23 hours, which is pretty good considering I haven't done a 24-hour fast in quite a while. Now what didn't help is my gut right here on my left side has been hurting since the last meal I had. I don't know if it was too much vegetables, but I've been thinking about the carnivore thing. So I've been doing some research on that. Anyways, thank you to everybody that contributed to Fasting Fridays. And for those of you who joined the group Truckers No Keto, thank you for that. You know, who's a better people to learn from on doing a ketogenic or low carb lifestyle on the road than other truck drivers? I want it to be a source of information, but also a source of motivation to see everybody's success stories and what you've done, and know that you too can do that. If you would have told me 5 years ago that you can lose 100 pounds driving a truck, I would have laughed in your face. And you know, speaking of the mental clarity thing with the keto, it's been, you know, it's been very helpful in, you know, I kind of look at every day as a battle. So again with the Viking culture, right? And I appreciate the positive comments about these morning coffee thoughts. We were kind of joking about it on Pale Rider's live feed last night. And I don't know if I'll do a weekend live tonight because the new Godzilla movie's out. For those of you who don't know, I got a Godzilla tattoo right there. I'm a Godzilla fan, and I've been looking forward to this flick. And so I might be doing that tonight. But if not, I'll go live. And oh, maybe I'll even bust a guitar out. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Feeling cute. Might go live. I don't know. Anyways, find a source of strength for you, whether it be Viking or anything else. Find a source of strength, because I truly believe that I think that hard times are ahead of us. I really do. Things have been good for too long. Hard times create weak men, or strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. We're at that stage. We've created a lot of weakness You know, Hatebreed has a good song called Destroy Everything. Destroy everything that makes you weak. And I think that's what I like about the Viking culture. Anyways, cheers. Have a good day.